Hello everyone. Welcome to day 10. I'm sure when you are going through all the content what we have been talking till now, we completed week 1, then we started week 2. We are in on day 10 today. Uh, you must have realized that when we are talking, right, what we are really advising is to move your mindset from the manager's perspective, where you are the one who is going to give them each and every solution to your team, your people who is you are talking to, right? We are slowly and gradually moving our mindset towards a coaching, where the coaching fundamental is always about asking the right questions with the right intention, thought provoking questions, so that the team who you are working with, or the people who are working with, and not necessarily that those team members are something something who are directly reporting to you, but it may be a collaborative team. But then the point here is that when you start working with them, you cannot be the only person who should know everything. It is more about giving them the opportunity, taking them to the next stage, giving them more and more space to perform, right? And that's what is we have been focusing more in last 9 days. Today the topic which we would like to pick it up is about stop being the GPS. I call it as a GPS, right? How does it different, and what is it that is we wanted to really putting across in this, right? uh, See, this remembers this remind me the one of the incident of one of the leader which who was discussing with me when I was working with him on a one-on-one coaching. And he was mentioning that he always used to go when team asks something. He always used to give a complete roadmap. This is how it has to be done. This is what we will do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All tasks done. It's like a more of a prescription, right? It is absolute proper prescription what you are giving it to your team. But then when you are manager, when you are mid manager kind of person, it is right to do that. But when you are shifting towards the leader, and that too with the coaching as a blend, it is very very important that you start focusing around giving more and more opportunity to others, more and more bring out best from the people who you work with, right? And that's when we were discussing this, when he just came and he said, yeah, I'm not able to understand, Amit, that I always when somebody asks, I have been giving all the solutions, but I still always feel that my team is not so really happy with the things, and they are not so they are average performer, though I've been a very good performing all across. My superiors are very happy with me, and so and so forth. But my team is, I see that they are not flourishing a lot. They are not. So then I heard him for 10 minutes about what he was trying to put across. And then I just asked him that, okay, then if there is a question, right? If there is a requirement which is coming to you as a team, and you being a manager or the leader of that team, how do you handle this? What do you do? Can you please tell me what are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things which you do to respond such kind of requirement? And then he started telling me the same thing, that okay, the moment I get it, I immediately respond back that this is how it needs to be done, and this is what needs to be done, and then it is all already, I know everything. So I am like, I've been working from more than 15, 17, 18 years in this industry. Have seen most of the challenges, most of the things which I know very well. I'm just putting across, and it works. I said, do one thing. Next time when you are in front of your team, along with your team, let your team decide the next step. And he said, yeah, so it is team only who is doing it. I said, there's a difference between deciding and doing it. You are giving them the complete set of instructions to carry, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a prescription, and they are just following. Let them decide the next step. You define the end goal. What you, being as a leader, as a coach, you are supposed to take them to the future state. So if you wanted to take them to the future state, you just define what is the goal, what is the future state where we all as a team would like to go and achieve. Let them decide the steps. Let them discover. Let them go and deliver it. It really changed the way they think. And in next 1 week, we again had a call, and he mentioned that I actually did that, and he could able to see the change. And in fact he mentioned, I still remember this, that in fact he mentioned that, Amit, what happened is that you won't believe that though those guys are not as experienced as I am, but when I asked them to go ahead and decide the next step for this, what needs to be done and how needs to be done, to his surprise, those guys have come up not only what needs to be done, but they discovered the faster way to do it. Can you believe this? That's the power of the coaching. That's the power of asking the right question. That's the power of empowering people of your team, collaborative team, extended team, whatever you call it as. So that day, the guy has he is like, Amit, I'm seeing in last 1 week I have been doing this again and again, and he's seeing the great change in the way how team used to look at it. So the point here is, leaders don't need to be a GPS. Let team find their own routes. When they find their own routes, they will be able to really get you better options, multiple options, better options, faster options, optimal options, anything, any of these. Even if they're not, right? We are cultivating the thought process of those guys that they have to work in this fashion. We are creating and generating and cultivating the leadership in our team so that they also can go and start working as a leader, the next gen leader, the next line of leaders which we are preparing them, right? So with this, if we have to reflect upon on this point, right? If you are always giving directions and no one learns to read the map, I think what you need to do is stop giving the directions. We are not Google. We are not, as a leader, we are not supposed to be a Google. We want them to find their own ways and means. Let a team member decide the next step on a task. Support them, but do not guide them. Can I put a challenge to you guys that next time when you work on any task, when the task is received by you and your team, let them decide the next step. Yes, you need to still support them, but do not guide them. They know what to do. They are capable of, they are a part of your own team. They know what to do. They really do know what to do. So growth happens when people get to choose their own path. Allow them to grow. I'd like to hold on at this point, leave you with this thought process on this, and go and start applying this particular approach when next time you have a team and a task which is given to you and your team. Let them decide. Ask, what would you do? How would you do? And let me know, how did your team responded to this trust? You are end of the day putting the trust on them. Own the failure, own the success, both on you, on behalf of your team. The success is something which is, of course, the team who has exploded. But if it doesn't work, you are still there. You are still there to support them. You are still there to validate those steps, right? With this, I would like you to go ahead and apply this in your day-to-day task. Stack it up with the last 9 days of knowledge what we had given and putting across to things. And I would like to see more and more response from you. Thank you very much, and looking forward to hear from you soon. Thank you.